Welcome back. This is Ignite Possibilities with Coach Loice. If you are interacting with us for the first time, I would urge you to go back to our previous episode where we had a deep, enlightening conversation with these two amazing ladies on autism. And you will be able to understand what autism is, how it is diagnosed, what do you observe in autism. So in this episode, we are now moving to the next level to see and to appreciate how these women were able to ignite new possibilities in their lives as they parented children. Welcome. So my child does what we call parallel play. Parallel play is whereby a child plays alongside other children, not necessarily with them. So back then, my child, whenever I would take her for maybe in a group of children, she'll quickly isolate herself, go to a corner and just do
Yeah, yeah.
but through therapy, now my child is able at least to play. Like for example, if children are running towards a specific direction, she'll run with them,
Yeah.
not necessarily playing the same game they're playing.
Yes,
and
yes. But she will just be there.
just be there with
Yeah,
them. So
yeah.
for me, these small moments are the ones
Moments.
that create so much joy.
Joy.
They melt my heart, and I
Yes.
pray and I tell God, okay, God, I can trust you
Yes,
again.
yes,
This
yes.
this is possible. I
This
am
is
seeing
possible. Yeah.
something happening even through this my motherhood journey. So those are
Wow.
the small pockets of
Wow.
love and
Wow.
hope that we hold on to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Edna. At least you brought in some light
Yeah.
into this darkness. Wow. Ruth,
Yes.
share your moment of joy with your little
I think my very first one was that first moment that I was told she can walk, and actually went and saw that she can walk.
girl.
And then I think another thing that really gave me joy is
Yes.
between the time she went to school
Yes.
and when we were still with her,
Mm.
I had one nice household who was
Mm-hmm.
from a village and very naive. She was naive, and like you would serve spaghetti and she's like she's never seen spaghetti in the
Yeah.
past, and that kind of house. And
Yes, yes,
so,
yes.
but she was kind-hearted.
Yeah.
She was of a very kind heart. She's the
Yeah.
one who did toileting for this girl.
Yes,
wow.
So
yes.
she
And
used to
taught
tell me,
her.
yeah, she
Yeah.
you had the potty.
Yes.
Then she told me, just when you bring her here, you open the tap.
Yes.
It will trigger her to.
Yes.
Then she will know.
Yes.
She will susu where and the potty. So she was very kind and very patient with her. She
Yes.
taught her toileting. Of course, she would still mess herself, but
Yes.
at least she knew
Yes.
that is. I didn't know how to do it myself. I didn't know.
Yeah.
But this girl did it for me. So that's how
Yes.
God sends you people. And I
Yes.
was happy, like, wow, she
Yes.
can go to the toilet. She can,
Yes.
she can do it on her own.
Yes.
Until now, we forgot that it was even an issue. Now you move on, you
Yes.
celebrate it, and there's
And move
another one.
on.
Then the moment that she could call me,
Wow.
call
She called you
mom.
what?
Yeah,
Mom.
mom. And now she knows, yes, you are my mom. And
Yes.
I'm like, if she doesn't even know what is
What
mom.
she's
Then
talking
she's like,
about.
yeah, she called. She keep
Yeah,
calling.
she
And
called
she was
me.
very fond of it, mom.
Yeah. Mom.
And she's not even telling you anything. She'll just say, mom, you're in the kitchen, mom.
Mom.
You just
Wow,
hear,
you
even wherever
feel
she
nice,
is,
eh?
she's in the sitting room, she's in the toilet, mom.
Mom.
You'll just
Wow.
and she was big. So she was over 10, and I'm like, wow.
Wow.
She has
Yes.
known her mother that she can
Yes.
call me. Before
Yeah.
she could
Yeah.
not.
She could
And
not.
of course, after now calling her, now she could even know the other people. She knows there's uncle, she knows there's shosho. All of a sudden, now you realize she has language,
Yeah.
which she didn't have before.
Yeah.
So with time, until even the thing that you don't know, she knows the name. She will call it what one time she will knows Kikuyu, she
Yeah.
knows English, Swahili.
Really?
She will
That's
call things.
amazing.
She will call things in all languages. So
Yes.
she'll tell you church.
Yes.
Church is a place she loves. So with time she because I think I introduced her to church at a very young age.
Young age.
She loved church.
Yes.
So when you don't even take her to church, she knows. She doesn't know when it's Sunday and when it's Monday. But
Yes.
I was amazed.
Yes.
Every time it's Sunday, she will tell you church.
Yes.
And I'm like, how did
How
she
did she
even
even
know?
know?
And Mama, and she won't stop. She will
Yes.
tell you church.
Yes.
Like you didn't hear. Then
Yes.
she'll tell you in Kikuyu, Kanida.
Aya.
I'm like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, Who told you, first of all? And then I'm like, who told you it's Sunday? Then she will laugh.
Yes.
Then she's
Those
saying they're really brilliant.
very
Because I'm
brilliant.
like, I don't know how she knows, because how do you know the difference of the days that she'll do? So
Yes.
those are moments, and you laugh and you laugh and you laugh,
Yes.
and she'll also laugh.
Yes. And then
Especially
you all
she's
laugh.
very happy when there's mischief. When you're shocked and she's like, you know that. Then
Yes.
she will laugh.
Laugh.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
So those are moments. And then I
Yes.
remember there's this one time in her former school,
Mm.
and she had a teacher who was very beautiful, and then she used to do makeup.
Mm.
And of course, it's a boarding school, so I think when she comes in the morning, she will do her makeup. She used to eat the
Yes,
teacher's breakfast.
she would
She
see
was the
it.
only one privileged, because she used to take, and she will eat, and
Yes.
she will return.
Yes.
She will not finish
Yes.
for her.
Yes.
Return, and she knows this is our breakfast. Me and
Yes.
the teacher, only
Yes.
me.
Only me and the
And she will
teacher.
go for her from the gate.
Mm.
And then I think she observed this lady, and me, I'm not a makeup person. That is so much. I'll do my eyebrows once in a while. I do. Me, my makeup, I think maybe just my lips, but I'm not that makeup person. So I was like, one day she was on her bed. She went for a small mirror in the bedroom that you can portable, and I found her. I looked at her and I'm like, this girl is looking different, but I don't know what is the
What
issue.
is
Me, I'm
it?
from the kitchen. I found her on
Yes.
her bed. I'm like,
Yes.
when she's quiet, there's some mischief. So
Yes.
you always go to check.
Yes.
When she's very silent,
You wonder what
she's not
doing.
coming where you are. So I
Yes.
went to peep, and she's looking up. She's
Yes.
happy. I can't figure out what it is. Then
Yes.
I'm like, what? Wait. She has no eyebrows. She has trimmed everything. And I'm
She
like,
shaved off her
she
eyebrows.
has shaved. So me, I'm looking, she's looking different, but I can't figure out what it is. So I'm asking her, Nini. She's laughing already. Mischief triggers laughter in her.
Oh my
Then I saw she had
goodness.
this big razor.
Yes.
So she has gone to my bedroom, she's taken that, and she's taken a mirror, and
Yes.
she has gone. She knows that people do their eyebrows.
Yes.
She doesn't have, and then there's a pencil there. Now it was
Yes.
a pencil, the
Yes.
pencil, not
Yes.
the eye pencil.
Yes.
So she knows you can shave and then you
and put
replace.
something on the eyebrows.
So I'm like, this one is
These
not
girls
me.
are
This one is
intelligent.
not me.
Mm.
So I told the teacher, this one is you.
Mm.
She has observed, because I'm sure she used to do the makeup in the class. You could see her.
So
just
she would observe all that.
Yeah.
So that is a moment I laughed.
Yes.
I laughed. She
Yes.
stayed for before the query. I was taking her home. So
Yes.
even when I took her home, when my brother is like, Nini mtoto,
Yeah,
I'm
what's
like,
there?
I showed her in the photo, and I'm like, this is what she did. And we are like,
my
we all laughed, and we are like,
Yes.
and she
How
no
did
cutting,
she
and
discover
she knows
this?
that blade is for, you can use this to shave, and then
Yes.
at least it's the big razor, so she didn't cut herself.
Yes.
And I'm like, where? Now I hide them. You keep them away.
Yes.
So those are moments, and you're just like, you're like, God,
Wow.
this, she has a brain, and it is so much at work.
Yes.
It is even faster than my own, because there are
Yes.
things that she will do, and you are like, wait.
Wow.
You will step out of the house and you will
Yes.
come. You don't. She doesn't. You don't know that she knows.
Yes.
These ones you don't teach them. By the way, the way she's saying, you
Yes.
don't come and tell her.
This
These
one
In
and
fact, you
these.
can't teach when you're teaching her something. She will throw her hands and walk
Yes.
away.
Yes.
So it's not someone you tell that kuja tufanye hii. They learn by observing.
Serving.
They
Yeah.
observe. So you just be shocked one day.
Yes.
I didn't know she knows how to. She
Yes.
can make cereals like Weetabix. So there's
Yes.
Weetabix. I don't even know what she knows what it is, because she
Yes.
doesn't even eat.
Yes.
But one day I went riding to hang clothes. I'm coming back. She has taken a bucket, stepped on it, removed where it is. She knows where it is in which
Yes.
cabinet,
Yes.
and she has mixed.
Mixed. The way
She's
she
not
has
even
observed.
eating, but she wants to eat.
Yes.
But she wants to mix.
Yes.
So I'm like, wait,
Where
when
did
did you
she
learn
learn
that?
this? Yes.
So that is what they do. So those are the joyful moments, and you feel like, wow,
Wow.
you know
Yeah.
this,
Amazing.
and then you laugh. She laughs, and she's
Amazing.
so that's you count those joys. Those
Yes.
joys keep you
Yes.
going, and you're like, yeah, we have, this is our world.
Yes.
This is our life.
Yes.
To other children, this is
Yeah.
normal, but for us,
Yes.
this is so big.
Yes.
And you live in those moments. You enjoy it. You tell
Wow.
God, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Amazing.
Yeah. So you look at that side of it, and you keep. Actually, I think through my child, I see God.
Yes.
I see God's work.
Yes.
And I'm like, for me, I'll just dismiss, and I'm like, this child, Akotu.
Yeah.
But they are so complex, more complex than us. Yeah, and they are smart.
Wow.
Yeah, so that gives me joy,
Yes.
and makes me at peace.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. As we come to the end of the program, I don't know what words you have, Edna, maybe speaking to the camera, to that woman who just today has received the diagnosis. your child is autistic, what would you say? Speak to the camera.
So maybe before I speak to one who has just received a diagnosis of their child, let me say that because I did not understand my child, I went through a space of depression. I forgot myself, and it felt like my life is finished because of what I saw autism to be. Because I felt it was so hard for me. And you see, autism has a way of just draining every ounce of you, whether it's financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Because there are times now you even give up on praying and all that.
Yes.
And I remember, even though I had lost a mom, my children still had a mother.
Yes.
And it was unfair for me to deny them a mother
Yes.
because of what I was feeling or going through. And that really made me pick up myself once
Yes.
again
Yes.
and started looking at who is Edna? Who is this lady called Edna Myra? What is she like? What does she love? And slowly I started now researching about myself
Yes.
as
Yes.
though, because
Yes.
truly I had lost myself
Yes.
and
Yes.
gotten into this world of autism and just forgot about. I looked old, I looked, and I started even now loving myself a little bit more, buying for myself, something small here and there. And this really rose me.
Yeah.
And now I started identifying with women who have who are thriving and I admired. And of course, through that, looking for one woman at a time. Remember, I had shun out the world.
Yes.
So I was again coming back to start looking for these women.
Yes.
Where are they?
Yes.
What are they doing?
Yes.
And how can they help me get to that space there?
Wow.
And I met a very wonderful friend of mine. I'll just mention her first name
Yes.
because she did not give me permission to mention her full name. So I'll just mention her first name and really want to thank her. I call her Sel. So Sel, if you're watching this, thank you so much. This is
Wow.
for you. So I told Sel one day, I am stuck and this is where I'm going through. This is what I'm going through. And Sel told me, find yourself. I will introduce you to a wonderful coach that has helped me, and I want you to find yourself. And that's how we got to meet.
That's how you came to our world of Blue Waters coaching.
Yes,
Oh,
that's how I
amazing.
joined Blue Waters coaching.
Oh,
because I
amazing.
was in this path of just finding
Yes,
myself. Remember,
yes.
I have been jobless for a while.
Yes.
The only work that I could take was, of course, research in terms of report writing, and I would do at night.
Yes.
And now I am now back in the place of building myself because I had
Yes.
forgotten myself.
Yes.
And that is where Blue Waters coaching really came in handy. And that's how we got to
Wow,
meet
to
with you
connect.
wonderful.
Wow, wow.
So if you're out there and you've just received the diagnosis of your child, because my child is 4 years old, so it's just 2 years ago that we received a diagnosis. I want you to know, number one, your feelings are valid. Whatever you're feeling at this moment, it is valid. Whether you're feeling angry, you're feeling annoyed, you're feeling let down by God or the people around you, let down even by the society, let down by the institutions like hospitals and all that, because you think maybe it's a mistake of a doctor here, a nurse there, or maybe how you carried yourself, your feelings are valid. Sit through your feelings, allow yourself to hear those feelings, feel those feelings, but do not stay there.
Yeah.
Because what I did is I stayed in that feeling and I allowed those feelings to soak me up or soak inside myself, and that is how I ended up depressed. Look for a space where you can channel your feelings. It could be therapy. It could be through a spouse. Talk about it. It could be through organizations, whether therapy, hospitals, or it could be spaces like the Blue Waters coaching. Go to spaces where you can let out whatever it is that you're feeling. And then join support groups. Whatever that support group may be like, but join support groups where Like for me, I advocate in over 4 groups, WhatsApp groups, where we have caregivers and can ask us questions. My child is doing one, two, three. What can I do? And I love it because in these spaces we have experts, we have pediatricians, we have nutritionists, we have experts who can help you and understand your child so that you do not have to go through what I went through. I went broke trying to find for, things like supplements because everyone is selling you all these supplements.
Everything.
Because remember, our children are not feeding well.
Yes,
They are
yes,
very picky. They are very choosy.
yes,
So
yes.
automatically, they'll have a deficiency of one thing or another, maybe vitamin D, calcium, what. So everyone wants to sell you supplements, and you're busy running there because you think they are selling hope. They are not. I keep telling my caregivers, everyone in Nairobi, and of course the world, but I narrow it down to Nairobi, is in business. Make sure you're not the business that they came to do.
Yes,
Because they are selling to you all stem cell, all
yes,
this,
yes.
everything, every small thing that comes up, they want to sell it to you. So don't fall for that. Go to a group where they are experts, where before you try out a supplement, you can put it in a group and say, hey, I'm thinking of trying these supplements. What do you think? And a pediatrician can answer you and tell
Yes,
you,
immediately.
no, do not do it. First, take your child for observation
Yes.
before you try out a supplement.
Yes, yes.
Where you say, my child has refused to put on socks. What can I do? My child is 4 years old. We are yet to put it train. But I'm in the group asking, what other trick can I use to help my child? And a parent who has gone before me texts me and tells me, why don't you try going to the toilet with her? Maybe she's scared of the toilet. Why don't you try one, two, three? So please join a support group and then take it one step at a time. The mistake that I did while I was newly diagnosed with my child is because I saw autism as a whole journey. And I'm even thinking, how is this child going to be while 18 years old? No. Take one step at a time. We live only today when it comes to special needs. We live today. Have they eaten today? Are they happy today? Have they moved on today? Have we gone for therapy today? Once today is done, you
Yeah.
can move on to the next
Yes,
day.
yes.
So don't look at the whole journey. Go one step at a time. Surround yourself with people who are like-minded like you, people who can easily pull you out. For me, it was a friend like Sel. For you, it could be someone different who can just come and clap and say, hey, hey,
Yes.
wake up,
Yes.
wake up. What is
Yes.
this that you're doing?
Yes.
Don't immerse yourself. Remember who you are, because unfortunately or fortunately, the way God has designed it, if I want to tell how good you are, I will look at your child, because these children reflect us.
Yes, a reflection.
If you want to know how happy I am, go look at that child. If you want to know how life is, go look at that child. They are a reflection of us. If you want to know if I'm anxious of all that, I will look at your child. So remember yourself, because as I keep saying, you cannot give out of an empty cup. Allow your cup to overflow. When was the last time you took a 5 minutes break?
Yeah.
When was the last time you were in an outdoor space like this and
Yes.
just breathing in some fresh air?
Yes.
Walking on grass. I was telling her before we began, remove your shoes, walk on grass.
Yeah.
I was even
Feel it.
reminding our director, who is doing an amazing job
Yes.
behind the scenes.
Yes.
When was the last time you stepped on grass? Can you step on grass?
Step on grass.
So that your feet can feel something different.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the big things.
That's
Unfortunately,
true.
we think, spa, manicure, pedicure. That is nice.
Yeah.
But when was the last time you just took a walk by yourself?
Yeah, that's
Sat in your
Yes.
thoughts
Yes.
and just be aware of what
Yes.
is happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for that new parent,
Yes.
you're seen, you're heard, you're not alone.
Yeah, not
Connect with us, connect with the Blue Waters coaching, let them connect you to the places you need to be, and you will arise from it.
Thank you, Edna, for that. Ruth, your final remarks as you speak to the camera, to that woman who has an autistic child, who is struggling, who is bitter, unhappy, who doesn't know where to get help.
Okay, mine has been a journey of 18 years now. So looking at it now, even before I talk to the woman, looking at it now and 18 years back, it's not the same. There's a lot
Yes.
of awareness.
Yes.
We have social media. We have resources at our disposal. Even the
Yes.
doctors are more informed now.
Than
There's
then.
been research than then.
Yes,
That
yes.
time it was, it's just the way the abnormal children, that is the way
Yes.
the society just labeled them,
Abnormal.
the abnormal children.
Yes.
We didn't even know that the real terms for it. It's
Yes.
just, it was ni mlemavu. That is a term. Akona mtoto mlemavu.
Mlemavu.
Yeah, so that term, it was much harder then. So I just tell the person going through it now, there is advocacy, there are groups, even you see we are in WhatsApp group, I'm in a WhatsApp group. I am a champion at work. I do advocacy. We have, our employer has allowed us a space whereby special needs parents, we have a group, we meet, we do online teachings, we are trained, we have a psychologist who assists us with that.
Wow.
So there's room for me to speak to other parents. We
Yes,
do the same thing. We
yes,
ask, my child is like this, school, tell us, registration with in the council, and there's a forum, there are forums. Those were not there back then.
Yes,
It
yes.
was you and your
And your
journey
child.
alone. And before you meet someone else with on the same journey,
Yes.
it would take long. It would take long, especially for neurodiversity. Now even I see in the hospitals they even have clinics. I took her, we were sick the other day and we went to the hospital and they even booked us for that
Yes,
neurodiversity.
yes, yes.
There is a neurodiverse, whatever
Yes,
is at the clinic,
yes,
someone
yes.
who can talk to.
Yeah.
So, we are so much advanced now.
Yes.
So there is no reason. These are not the days that people kept their children at home.
Yes.
I thank God that it has never occurred to me that I can lock my child or hide. If you know me, anyone who knows me, if you know me, you know my child, you know my daughter, you know I am
I've
Mama
seen you on
Salma,
social
and
media.
social media everywhere. I'll post her,
Yes.
and I post her, and someone will be looking and they're like, but but until you get used. Until I even have a page that I started and I said a diary of an African special mom.
Wow.
It's not easy being a special mom and in Africa and you're working and life is complex. So I just tell this person, step out. There is a joy. This journey is beautiful. When you look back, it is beautiful, but it is only beautiful one. Your help is God.
Yes.
You need to shut your set your boundaries. There are people that I don't need around me because they don't understand. So don't go where you're likely to be provoked. You're likely to be made to feel like you're less. Think of the life ahead, and then just as Myra said, I'll just echo what she said, that taking a moment, being present in the moment. I've been depressed, and part of, I think the last time I had a depression, a phase of depression, was because part of my worries were, even now this child that I have, yes, I have a good job. I mean, I have, life, but there's something that is not adding up in my life. This child, what will she be? We worry about one worry of a special child is like the way you look at other children, and you hear people saying we are going for graduation, my child is graduating, my child is. When I look at my peers, their children have they have started finishing her Form 4. Some are in university. So when if I choose to look and I'm comparing and I'm like, this is where we should. No, this is not where we should be. We are where we are supposed to be. This one is a journey with God, and it's beautiful in its own way. I reached a point and I used to say, if children were kept somewhere and I'm told you are going to be a mother now, go and start the journey against that. I'll still pick her.
Again.
I will pick her. I will not pick another one because this is the one that I've birthed. I've nurtured. We have bonded. So it's a beautiful journey ahead. And then all those things that you anxious about, that you are wondering, how will we handle teenage? How will we handle, I don't know, she will be, how when she's a grown up, when other children are getting out of their parents' homes, where will my own go? When maybe I'm not even able to support them, or when maybe I'm not even present, what will happen to my child? Let me tell you, God, the way He brings everyone in this world, even if you are not there, this child will still grow.
Wow.
It is not us, it is me and her, it's God carrying both of us.
Wow.
So when I had that understanding, then I stopped worrying. And it doesn't go. Sometimes you just find something catching up with you, but you overcome. You look for a way. I also found you find your tribe. I found my tribe when I found Blue Waters coaching, and I connected with you. I had connected with a lady
I
before.
didn't know your story.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Your story.
So you find your tribe. find people. I think my last 3 years,
Yes.
since 2021,
Yes.
I think I've been finding myself, because there before I don't think I was in control of my life. I was just living there at random, and I'm like, okay, fine, as it comes, as it comes. But I think from 2021, I made changes in my life, and I started being intentional.
Yes.
And so I said, I want to be in places. The way she's saying, just places,
Yes.
even somewhere I can go in at Riverside
Yes.
and just take even a glass of juice,
Yes.
spend even 400 shillings.
Yes.
But I'm ambience, what, and be in a space that I love. Me, I love green places. I love photos. So me, my photo. So just capture those moments. Capture
Yes.
even the moments with your child,
Yes.
and share them. Embrace them.
Yes.
Embrace your journey. What
Yes.
I'll tell the parents: embrace your journey.
Yes.
See God in it.
Yes.
And appreciate. Give thanks for every small thing.
Yes. Yes.
Every small milestone.
Wow.
That will keep you moving.
Yes.
That will keep you moving.
Yes.
And then just spend time with your child. Expose them everywhere.
Yes.
Shut out the
Yes.
world.
Yes.
Don't think about what are they seeing. What are they.
Yes.
Do not think about them. You just be there. Be in church. Be everywhere. Let you be known.
Yes.
There's a way people just now.
Yes.
When you accept the child,
Yes.
they are also
Everyone
accepted
else
by the
Yes.
society. If you
Yes.
reject your child,
Yes.
the society will
She will
reject
also
them, because
reject them.
there's, what you appreciate,
Yes.
it increases, it also
Wow.
appreciates.
Wow.
So when you
Wow.
appreciate this child,
Wow.
they also appreciate, and
Yes.
they learn emotions. When I've
Yes.
been down, my
Yes.
girl is also down. You will
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
And this last time I was in hospital, actually, because I was depressed, and until I was anxious until to the level of being hospitalized, and I told myself, I saw my child the other day, they're coming to visit me, and no one was even thinking that they need to make her hair the way I do. We go to the salon. It's normal for us. We go and spend money at the salon with her, and I make her hair. And she knows, even she will tell you, my hair salon. She knows that the person who makes her hair, and she's very specific. So I said, we live this life.
Yeah.
God has blessed us.
Yeah.
And talk to your child the way I am telling you. We used to work, and ni mdogo tu but namwongelesha. You have a
Yes.
conversation.
Yes.
You bond,
Yes.
and they learn.
Wow.
And the things that we tell God, especially because there's a special grace for special assignment.
Yes.
God answers our prayer.
God answers
There is
prayers.
one thing I just want to demonstrate that God answers our prayers. Me, I used to desire having a car, and I didn't know how. There's a time I
Yes.
lost my first car, and then because I had that and I had to take it somewhere, and then I sell
Yes.
it. So in that moment when you are somewhere, because transporting a special needs child
Yes.
in matatu, my
Yes.
daughter that time she used to throw tantrums. She could take a shoe and throw in front.
Oh my goodness.
What if she hits the driver?
Yes.
That's an accident.
Yes.
And the minute she does that and she throws shoes at people,
Yes.
she's beating people in front of us.
Yes.
Others are like, this one is
Yes.
spoiled.
Yes.
Spoiled child, and they are
Yes.
very angry.
Yes.
You can see grown-ups very
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah, I can
I'm
imagine.
frustrated. So my frustration is more. They're looking at you, those ones of before you get from Nyeri to Nairobi. So me, I just
It's
used
a
to tell.
whole
In fact, I
thing.
used to talk to her, and I'm like, Aki, ma'am, God will bless us with a car.
Yes.
She'll just say, that's her amen.
Yes.
God answers those
God
prayers.
answers
You're talking to your
prayers.
child.
Amen.
That in between, there's a time you were harassed by a doubt as I
Yes.
finished. And we were going to take her to school, and now we didn't have the first car. It has gone to do business. So we were harassed by a makanga because we have paid for 2 seats. Then he's looking at this one is a child asimame, and I've paid, and I'm like, why do you want to squeeze her? Are you even
Yeah.
looking at? So we had an exchange.
Yes.
And he offended. Even when we alighted, he was insulting me.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
was like, God, I'm being insulted because of this child. And
Yes.
I've even been charged.
Yes.
Why is he mistreating? And I told him, it's okay.
Yeah.
There is a God.
Wow.
But I went feeling bitter.
Yes.
I remember I told my girl, God will return our car.
Yes.
He didn't return that one. He blessed
God,
us. We found
with a
ourselves
new
with
one.
two.
Yes.
Because I say it's a miracle. God
Yes.
answers those prayers.
Prayers.
So you special parent there.
Yes.
Talk to God. When
Yes.
it is so hard, when you are so offended, when you are so hurt, you cry and you are like, who is fighting? God fights for you. Even when you don't see.
Yeah.
God hears every prayer. Pray with your child. Pray. Teach them to pray. Tell them,
Wow.
close your eyes, we pray. Even if they're not, they will get tired and they start moving.
Yes.
Let them know there is a
Yes.
God. Let
Yes.
them know there is prayer,
Yes.
and God answers those prayers. So just
Wow.
do not lose hope.
Yes.
All those things you're worrying about, I've worried about them. I worried about teenage. The
Yeah.
periods
Yes.
will come, and you're like, hey,
Yes.
you're
Yes.
even praying zisikuje, but
Yes.
they come, and you will cross the bridge when you get there. So
Thank you.
no anxiety, no overthinking.
Yes.
Live a day at a time. Be present.
Wow. Amazing stories. Stories of hope. Stories of courageous women. And in this case, these are mothers. Wow. The Bible says, blessed is the one whose quiver is full. So We are here to celebrate you. Thank you so much for sharing your journeys. You are very authentic, very vulnerable as you shared your stories. And I'm sure that story has ignited one woman who is listening to us today. Because there is hope. It's not all over. You can ignite new possibilities even when it seems it's all dark. We have a God of possibilities. He turns the wine, the water into wine. He calms the storm. He is a God who makes it happen. And we celebrate these women because we are about autism. We've learned in a nutshell what autism is all about. We've known how to diagnose it in our own ways by observation, then going the next step, speaking to a specialist, like the way they spoke to the doctors, and expressed their concerns. Don't stay there alone, wondering what is all this. Seek help because there is help. And these women we are celebrating today have just ignited that new possibility in their life. And through help, they have been able now to navigate through those storms of life with courage, with a newfound hope that there is a better. Thank you so much, our listeners. This has been Ignite Possibility. Stay tuned for the next program. Hope to see you there. Thank you.